are recording. And we have started now. Just take a second before we pop up. There we are. Or maybe not.
We're waiting for Dana.
Is that what it says? Oh, there it goes. There we go. Okay. Now we're on. Hi, Cindy.
Hello, Cindy.
We are on and ready to go.
Cindy is ready.
Cindy is ready. Love that.
Lacey's here. Hey, Lacey.
Hi, Lacey. Yeah, we weren't sure if it was gonna. Well, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work tonight. I was having some challenges with it earlier, so. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
So, yay. Man. We probably won't be on for a whole hour tonight.
Okay.
Well, unless we just end up talking about random stuff, which we tend to do. But, just cause. Is it hot in here to you? I've still got it.
It's that shirt you're wearing.
Oh, it's really not thick. It's like super thin, actually. You can see through it. I just think it's just hot. It's summer.
It was pretty hot today, like 100 degrees.
Yeah. I just cannot seem to get the house to cool down, so. Oh, yeah, see, it's saying it's 74 degrees. I'm going to drop it down a couple notches. Anyway. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started because it's just after 6. Hi, Linda. You got it to work. Awesome. Excellent.
I can't see with these glasses.
You want to use these?
Maybe so.
Let me just,
I can't see with these glasses either.
you just can't see. Okay, all right. Well, it is Tuesday, August 21st. Again, we are flying through. Not through the link on Facebook. Okay, I don't know why, for some reason, I'm having trouble with that, but I knew that it was causing problems. I knew it was causing problems earlier in the day. So anyway, hopefully people will get the notice that we went live if they've subscribed to this, and then they'll be able to pick up. So, hey, Missy. So good, we've got some new people. Hi, Deborah. You can't see any
I
of
have
that?
to get glasses.
Poor thing. It's a horrible feeling. So we've got some new people tonight. That's awesome. That's exciting. We have I don't even know what the count is. Has anybody heard what the count is of new consultants that joined during the Join special? That was pretty exciting. Poor Duane. I know, right? He can't see. Hi, Susan. How are you? Okay, so less than 2 weeks, right? Hi, Summer. Hi, Sari. So exciting. Okay, so we have less than 2 weeks to the end of the month, which is, this time is just flying. We determined that. I say it every time. Time is flying by. We've got, okay, so just a few of the notices that I kind of went through the back office. The new harvest leaves. I don't know if anybody's ordering that. I've seen a lot of posts about it, so that's good. Everybody's getting the word out. I thought that was a really neat. Did you see it? It's like the glass. It's the special that the harvest special that they're doing right now with the glass.
Yep.
It looks like a, what do you call it? Like not a mason jar. What do you call that? Whatever. Anyway, it's really pretty. It's very pretty.
Didn't we get one? A reunion?
No. No, we didn't get one of those. They posted a picture of it real quick and then took it away.
Oh.
But I did order one and then put it out there for some customers. It is a mason jar. Okay, thanks. I couldn't think what to call that thing. And then it's got the little candle, the glimmer candle.
I must not have seen it.
You must not have. I bet you did. You just are forgetting what it looked like.
My phone didn't work too good today.
Oh, really? Well, that's not good. Those phones are too expensive to not work well. Okay, so I don't know who's doing the blend bashes, but they are they're working out some kinks, as you guys probably know. They have flipped it to where, because before when you booked it, you could only book 14 days out, and then it was like after 7 days it would bill you for any of the bash boxes that didn't get purchased. Well, that made it hard to book out any parties in the future. So they flipped it, and oh, good, you saw Tom's, perfect. So they flipped it, and now you can set your party date. So like September 15th, if you want to book a party on September 15th, then you have until the 8th of September to pre-sell all the bash boxes. So it gives you, like, you can book it out for whenever you want. It just gives you more control.
It should have been that way.
Right, but Right, but they have programmers that do all that for them, and it wasn't until they tested it that was like, hang on, this isn't going to work. So, so Susan says her blend bashes are amazing. Customers are loving them. They are awesome, and the customers are loving them, and they are different. And I love the little bash boxes. I think it has been a huge enhancement. One of the things that because you know I do my little open house where I do a party at my own home at least once a month as well. And one of the things, you know, I talked about a while back how, you know, just to have like a little card or something, like on the back of my business cards, they're blank. And so I would put the date of the next get together at my house if I was talking to somebody or, you know, like the neighbor. I use that as the example because we were talking, and it's like, oh, you know, well, as a matter of fact, I'm having a party at my own house, and, you know, you're welcome to come to that. Well, I'm taking those little bash boxes. I went ahead and bought a blend bash because, you know, I just wanted to do one at in our open house. And then I went ahead and bought all the bash boxes.
Yes.
And I'm taking the bash boxes, just one or two, when I go places. And then, like, my networking stuff, I took one last week. And so I was able to tell people, you know, if you ever want to come, you can always pre-purchase one of these. They're only $26 plus tax, blah, blah, blah. So I'm taking them with me again tomorrow. But that way they can go, if they want that right then and there, because they want the samples and stuff, they can buy it from me. And then that's also a shoe-in to come to my party. So if they don't want to have their own party, of course I'm pushing for them to have their own. But anyway, there's so many different ways that we can work it. So I love it. I just think it leads to lots of different opportunities.
That was my point when we talked about it before.
What's that?
About people just paying for the boxes. When they had a cutoff date, they had to buy it.
Yeah.
You might as well just order the boxes.
Right.
That way you have them, and you still have a week to maybe sell them.
Right. That's kind of why I did that, was because I kind of had to. It was like, well, you know.
Even if someone showed up, they're like, hey, I want one of those boxes. I didn't know, or something.
Right.
Or someone brings a guest.
Right, or they didn't realize how awesome it was going to be.
Right. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, what did Bonnie say? I see everybody going, LOL. Hey, Bonnie. Finally here. Glad no Kentucky State Troopers on the interstate. Oh, geez. Okay.
I thought it said KY State Troopers.
Kentucky.
Okay.
What would that mean to you?
Kentucky.
Okay. Weirdo. Okay. So anyway, anybody, y'all are loving the blend bash and the bash boxes and all that kind of good stuff, right? I love it. And just because, not that I didn't trust, but just because it is how I am, I'm a little OCD, I actually put an entire jar into one of those packets because I wanted to make sure an entire jar fit in there. And it does. It's actually, it's actually like a full jar.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a full jar. So, yeah. Susan got onto you. Hey, Liz! So, anyway, so it is a full jar, which is awesome. So, anyway, hope you guys are still having a blast with that. We do have a new coaching checklist and host planning guide, and it does reflect the bash boxes. So I printed one off since I can't do screen share on here, or if I can, I don't know how. I might have to, maybe one day when my son is in town, he can show me, because that would really open us up to a whole nother type of meeting. Took my bags from Union and put them into jars. Yeah, see? It's a whole jar, so that was good to know. I mean, I knew it was because they said it was, but I wanted to see for myself. So anyway, okay, so this host checklist, which is awesome. It just keeps it really simple. It's just a one-pager. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but it's in the back office. We have so many tools back there, guys. Like today, I was just kind of flipping through to see what all there was. There is so much. There is so much information back there. There are so many tools for us to use. So just, play around back there if you haven't been back there in a while, because there's so much of this stuff. And then, something like this, you can print it out, you can, save it, send it, do whatever. So I love it. I love having checklists and all this kind of stuff. And it keeps us from having to reinvent the wheel. I mean, there's no sense in doing that. Use the tools that they've given us so that you can just keep on, booking business and making sales, right? Yep. So yes, you could use it for display to promote the blend bashes. Absolutely. Hey, Lisa. In fact, I'm doing an event in September, and that's my whole plan. I want to have, because I used to set up the, the jar bar. So instead, I'll have a blend bash, and I'm going to have the boxes. I'll go ahead and pre-purchase the boxes, and then anybody that wants to buy a box there, they can fill up their 3 bags, and then they get all the little goodies that go along with it. So it's a heck of a deal. I love it. So anyway, so definitely use it to promote your blend bash. I'm having a sip and shop in October and charging $30. The first 10 vendors who sign up will get the small batch box. Cool. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to talk a little bit about front-loading your month. We talked about it at reunion in when Connie and I did our little workshop. We kind of talked about it a little bit, talking about how, when you're really able to front load your month, in other words, try to book your parties early into the month, try to get all of that done early in the month so that you have hit your goal. Because if you're shooting for the incentive trip or, whatever that is, you want to hit it earlier in the month so that you've got the rest of the month to just book out to the future, or to just gravy extra coming in to spend more time maybe with your new consultants or with your team. It's so much better than, because I waited kind of till the end of the month, and then I would be scrambling to get my sales and all that kind of stuff, and it's just it's a frustrating way to do it. And I know Deborah does the same thing, because I see her sales, and she's always, by 15th of the month, man, she's there, she's got it. And I've been really working to do that as well, just because then you've got the last 2 weeks that, I can work with booking parties in the future. I can work with team members that need assistance and that sort of thing. So anytime you can do that, it's an awesome thing to do. Linda's making a schedule and sticking to it. That is huge. Schedules, I love schedules. I mean, I love the fact that I can control my schedule nowadays instead of back in the day when I didn't have a lot of control, except for, late evening and early morning. But it's great, but you definitely want to have a schedule, because otherwise your days could just be all over the place. And we talked about that last time. So, hey, Rhonda. Just now figured out how to chat. That's all right. Okay, so let's see. What else? Front loading, so that you're not scrambling at the end. What else? Since we have so many, hey, Kaden. We have so many new consultants. In fact, if you're fairly new on here, give us a shout out when you joined. Like, let's say since reunion. If anybody's new since reunion, give us a shout out and let us know. But because of so many new consultants, it's really important to make sure they are just make sure they are aware that their back office is full of good information. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you are, showing the love. I mean, you want to make sure they feel very welcome, introduce them to the groups, all that kind of stuff, which you guys are really, really good at. Oh, hey, Kelly. I was going to say, I didn't recognize the name Caden, but that's awesome. I totally get that. I used to do that with my son, too. I'd have to use his stuff. But anyway, so make sure that your new consultants understand that they can track their quick start in their back office, because the back office, I don't know if those of you who have been in a little longer, I don't know if y'all know, but the back office looks totally different when you're brand new. You actually show, oh good, Missy's new. Welcome, Missy. We're so happy to have you. Hey, Teresa. So you want to make sure that they understand about the quick start and the extras that they get, the pink dollars and everything to help them get new product. And just to make sure that they understand all that and where to find all of that information. One of the, you as their sponsor can go, we have a report. It's called, can you read it?
I can't
She said, he can't read, Deborah. It says, "What's up, Duane?"
What's up?
She's sending you hugs. That's Deborah.
I'm trying to see the screen and I just can't
You poor thing.
read it today.
But if there's a report that will let you see when your new enroller enrolled, like when their quick start is in effect, and it's under reports, and it's the enroller quick start report, and you can go into that, and then you have to put in their name, and it'll show you when they joined, you know, the first 30 days and then the second 30 days. Mine cuts off on the third 30 days, but at least it shows the first and the second, which is really important. You can, you know, by the third, they've gotten a handle on it. But yeah, so you can go in and you can find their dates. We have a new consultants first stop under resources. I can't remember. I think there's another resources and then new consultant and then new consultant first stop. But anyway, it's my first 90 days business plan. I don't know if y'all have you seen this. It's a great report, and they can actually go in and put what their 30 days, 0 to 30 days date is, 31 to 60 days date, and it'll tell them exactly, you know, what they need for those dates, and they can keep track, and you can keep track along with them. When is my Red Sea leaving? So hopefully by the end, I think it was of next week. So they're doing a test run first, from what I understand, and then as soon as it goes through without any flaws, then it'll happen. So fingers crossed. Maybe it was the end of this week. Not for everybody, but for the test run to happen. And then, because, you know, they created that whole VIP thing, and I think that's what kind of created the extra step. And so we just have to be patient, but it'll be so worth it. Once it happens, it'll be so worth it, right?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. So anyway, back to this. This lets them go in and put in their goals. It'll tell them, you know, what they'll earn and the whole 9 yards. So it's really, anyway, check this out, because this is really a good worksheet that both of you can use. And then on the second page, it talks about, you know, kind of why they joined Pink Zebra. They can check it off, the different things, and they can actually send this to you so that you have an idea, kind of a baseline of where you want to start with training or coaching or anything else that you're going to be doing with them. If they may not want that. So, you know, you have to get to know your person. You don't want to be shoving something onto somebody that doesn't want it. They may come around to wanting it, but you kind of have to get to know them. You know, you got to build a relationship with them and make sure that you don't want to have any expectations. You want them to set the expectation, right?
Got it.
Okay. I know I hate tests too. I definitely do. Have them use the app. Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you for saying that, because I love the app. I think the app is great because it takes you kind of a step by step. Like you don't get lost. Like when you're looking at the back office, there's so much information you're not sure always where to start. With the app, you start at the beginning and you go through each one, and it takes you through the video and it takes you through the whole thing. So yes, Linda, I absolutely agree. That app is awesome. A lot of those questions I see over and over in Consultant Corner. Yeah, I know. I know, and bless it, Consultant Corner, I love it, but it does, there's a lot of people, I think, that that joined that don't have a support group, and, you know, if there's ever anybody that you connect with and they're not a part of Peeps and you want to include them in Peeps, just add them, because, you know, we want to welcome everybody and make sure that everybody has that opportunity to learn, and, I mean, they do help them a little bit in Consultant Corner, but a lot of times it's consultants helping consultants. So, anyway, I mean, it's all good, but it's just, we just want everybody to feel the love. So, they are updating with the app. I know, I'm looking forward to all of the updates and everything kind of being, I know we'll never be completely done because we'll always be thinking of new things we want to add, but it'll be nice because, like, right now I kind of can't keep up with all the new stuff that that's why I keep going back through the back office to look and see what new reports we have and just different things to follow. So I love it. I love it all. I'm not complaining at all, but yeah. Big issues. People sign up and then don't get help through the learning process. Right. Exactly. And it is. It's hard on the person. I mean, I feel bad for the consultant who doesn't know, or they're asking questions and then they're getting incorrect information from other consultants who also don't know but are trying to be helpful. So it's like, hey, yay. Good deal, Rhonda. That's perfect. Yeah, if you have 2 people and you want to start a group with your team, that's great because, I mean, you're starting with the baseline. When I started Peeps years ago, it was actually before we even had Consultant Corner, I just started it because I didn't even know. I needed for all of us to kind of come together and learn from each other. And we just had a small little group, but it was great. I mean, I think we learned a lot from each other, and then it just kept growing and growing, and we kept adding and adding. And so anyway, it's all a good thing. Same thing. You almost quit because of it. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, that's where my heart goes out because I can imagine that it's extremely frustrating. Extremely. That would be horrible. And again, I mean, my upline didn't help me at all. But, everybody was so helpful and that we all just worked together. So it was really great. And Linda, yay, Linda, we're glad you stayed. Daily encouragement is a necessary part of the growing process. Yes, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. And there's so many places talking about that. There's so many places that we can get encouragement aside from, each other. I mean, we definitely get it from each other, but a lot of times you guys hear me talk about Brendan Burchard all the time, probably sick of hearing about it. But when I need some encouragement, or when I just need those words to kind of inspire me to get me going on a day, especially where I'm not feeling it, I can listen to one of those podcasts and it just kind of kicks me into gear and gets me going again. I keep hearing a lot about this book, Girl Wash Your Face or something like that. I'm going to have to read that, but I just have so many books. I'm like, oh God, do I have to buy another book? Ugh. Anyway, but I hear it's awesome. And in fact, the lady that wrote that book is attending the Growth Summit. She's going to be a speaker at the Growth Summit, which is that Brendan Burchard's group that I went to last year in Arizona. She's going to be there this year, so I'm kind of kicking myself. Rachel Hollis, yes. I'm kind of kicking myself that I'm not going to the Growth Summit because she's going to be speaking.
Why aren't you going?
I just didn't go this year.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I just didn't. It wasn't a priority. I didn't make it a priority, and it will be a priority again next year.
Well, she may not be there next year.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was still, they'll have other good people, so.
And where's it at this year?
It's always in Phoenix, Arizona. It's at the same hotel that we're going to have reunion at. It's at that hotel every year. So, anyway. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Let's see, what else? So we talked about new consultants. There's lots of great information for them. And then I went back to, I took a bunch of notes. Okay, so, wait, how do we find out where the rallies will be? I need to make room reservations. I think that you'll probably find out about all of that, I think, on the 1st, on that newsletter. There's still some details being worked out. So end of next week, I would say, it'll be announced. Because they're still finalizing the speakers and all that kind of stuff. Oh, okay, so maybe they're, I don't know. She just posted that it is in the back office under events. I didn't know if the places were done or not, but we'll find out next week who the speakers and all that kind of stuff are. So let me know if the actual places are in there. Okay. They are in the back office. Okay. All the locations. Well, good. I'll have to look and see where a couple of them are. So, okay, well, good. So they're in the back office, y'all. But I just checked. Maybe I missed something. Okay, I'll let y'all figure that out. I'll go look later. Anyway, but the speakers and such are still being finalized. So, Yeah, I know the locations are in the back office. I just didn't think that the actual hotels. Okay, there we go. Locations are there, but not the hotels. So that will come out next week, like probably on the newsletter on the 1st, right? Okay, so anyway, back to Connie's webinar. Was it last week? Did you listen to any of that on the leader webinar? You probably
No, I didn't.
She was talking about, and I made a bunch of notes, but she was talking about, you know, if your goal is to go to the incentive trip or on the incentive trip, and she listed out 6 different things steps to take, and I wrote them down, and I thought it was worth a repeat. It's 6:25, so I'm just going to repeat them really quick and kind of pick up on a couple that really jumped out at me. But the first one was to be sure to create your plan. And one of the things I love that she said was when you're doing meetings, because we're doing team meetings, we're doing them every month, and so at the team meetings, maybe play some Irish music or, you know, something that's Ireland inspired. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. So we need to make sure we do that next week.
So it means we have to start drinking Guinness?
Maybe. I mean, you know, whatever it takes, right? I want to get in the spirit.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hotels are listed. Okay, hotels are listed, y'all. Yes. Hang on, I'll tell you. Pink Zebra events. I'll post this. Yes. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa's going to post it for us, the link in Peeps. So thank you, Teresa. Okay, so that was the first one. The second one was build a vision around this trip. So celebrate. Okay, I don't know if you guys printed out, or not printed out, but are using that Excel spreadsheet. Some river dance. There you go. I like that. So Rhonda just asked where we could see how many points we have. You need to keep track on that. There's a tracker. I believe it's in the back office as well. Connie also posted it. I can post it again in Peeps, but there's a great tracker that was made, and actually a couple of different people made them, but okay. Linda said there's a bunch of people having issues. Well, I'll post the replay when we're done, and then they'll be able to go back and listen. So maybe I need to get them to request to join the YouTube group ahead of time so they don't have problems. But anyway, tell them I'm sorry, and I'll post it later. So anyway, there is a there's a tracker, point tracker, growth tracker. There's a point tracker that you can use, which is super duper helpful. And that's how you're going to have to keep track of your points, because Patty doesn't actually, or whoever does them now, they don't actually send anything out for a couple of months. So you want to be keeping track. Plus you want to have your goals. So you're going to have your goals set, and then you're going to be keeping track every month of the incentive trip. So that tracker is definitely the best thing to use. I downloaded it.
Does the tracker stay current?
You keep it. So
you have to do it.
I downloaded it to my computer.
Yeah. And
I update it every time. So like every month, I'll go in and put my sales in.
Well, I mean, like your points for being at reunion.
I had to add those. So yeah, but it tells you exactly what to do. So I went in. Actually, what I did was there's a bottom part on the bonus points, and I went ahead because I know I'm gonna have at least $1,000 in sales every month. So I went ahead and gave myself the bonus points for that. I gave myself the bonus points, the 2,500 bonus points for attending reunion. And there were maintaining my title. That's a must. So I gave myself the bonus points for that.
Awesome.
And then what it does is it shows me how many I need.
Right.
And then I go in and plug in, well, okay, so I've determined what my goal needs to be every month for sales and what my goal needs to be every month for recruiting. And then every month I'll go in and plug those in. It's an awesome report. I mean, it makes it really easy to see where you are and if you're on track. So I highly recommend that, and I will find that. Hey, Melina and Jason. Didn't they send us something last year? Every couple of months they did, but not until later. And you want to keep track of
Jason. You
want to keep track of the points anyway yourself, just to make sure that there's not any errors, because they may miss something. So anyway, Sari said, okay, good. Sorry about that. I don't know why the link didn't work, but I'm glad you were able to get in. Anyway, so, and then when every month you want to celebrate those achievements. She said have consultants share the bucket list testimonials. I can't remember what that was, but I wrote it down because I thought it was good.
But there's in that, whatever you're talking about, it shows you where you can get your bonus points.
Yeah, it explains exactly what you get points for. It breaks it down into the months, and then at the bottom it shows the bonus.
Break it down monthly what you need to.
It does. It'll break it down for you, but then you also want to break down what your goal is.
So it's 23,000.
Well, but we need to earn it for 2, so I don't remember what it is exactly. I'd have to look. 30 something.
9,000 or something.
Yeah. Me being fairly new, I get confused not understanding it correctly. I'm keeping up with them. Rhonda, I can help you with that too. Jason Wademan said, "What's up, man?" That's awesome. I wish we could hear him. Make a goal board. Yeah, that's a great idea too. 39,000 for 2. Thank you, Linda.
39,000.
So yes, but she also mentioned on the build a vision around the trip. She mentioned encouraging people to find accountability partners, which is a great idea. And a lot of you already have accountability partners. So I mean,
mine is Melina.
Oh, that's right. Do y'all hold each other accountable?
Heck yeah, we do.
I don't see y'all talking a whole lot.
We
Y'all
talk.
ain't talking. I'm just kidding. Anyway, maybe share images. If you've got your own group page, share some images of Ireland. Keep people excited about it. Yeah, definitely, Rhonda. We can do that. And then if you have any past trip earners in your group, maybe have them share. In fact, maybe that's a good thing. I should do that. Ask some different people to share.
And put some money aside for next year's reunion. Also.
Yeah, also. We did talk about that last week, didn't we?
I'm excited to go to Phoenix, Arizona.
Trip earners. Even in August or
Because
July?
Toby's there now posting pictures.
I know.
And I'm like, wow, that is cool.
I can't believe you've never been there.
You've never taken me, honey.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make myself a note. Get comfy, Duane, right? I know. Leave it to him.
My leg is hurting me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to elevate it. Ain't that what you're supposed to do?
Elevate it? I guess so.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Deborah's got family there. Yes, it will be hot. It's a dry kind of heat. It's a little different than this, but it won't be any worse than Vegas. And I didn't think Vegas was that bad. Did you? We walked a lot in Vegas. It wasn't that bad.
It was hot when we got there at the airport, waiting on the bus.
Yeah, but
After that, I don't know.
Hi, Paula. I remember walking.
Hey, Paula.
Walking a lot, and it was not bad. Still
Me and
hot.
Paula rode horses together.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Where did we
Deborah
get the
hated
horses at?
Vegas. I know you did, sweetheart.
Panama? No. Yeah, Panama.
Panama.
We rode horses.
Yeah. Okay, so the third thing she talked about on the incentive trip was to break down fears and manage doubt. And so that would be thinking of things like what earning this trip would mean to you. And then maybe have somebody in your group share how they doubted that they were going to earn the trip, and then they overcame it. So that's another good one. I need to.
Well, this trip is like a good reward for all your hard work.
Oh, for sure.
It's all the hard work and dedication you put to doing this, earning this trip, and then you earn it, and then it's 4 relaxing days.
It's just that much more
with other zebras.
Right. And if it's not the trip that they want to earn, maybe they don't want to earn that trip. Maybe they need a laptop or they need an iPad. I mean, what a great, because you think about it, you're already earning commissions on your sales. This is just an extra. So I love that. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely making more money.
Right. Okay, so the fourth one was determine who's committed. So don't wish for it, but work for it. I can't remember if this was publicly that we talked about this or not, but someone said, hey, Jessica. Someone said that somebody in their group, or maybe it was Belinda. I forget where I get this information at all. After a while, it just but somebody said that they had somebody on their team that said, well, I'm going to try. And it's like, okay, well, then, you probably won't be going. So you won't, we'll get over here in this line because we're going. I mean, we've already determined we're going to make this happen. So, you want to believe it. You want to actually believe that you can do it and set your sights on it.
Yeah.
That is the best feeling when you get that email saying you earned it. It is.
Pretty cool.
It is very cool. It is a.
Not that I know.
Well, no, but the first year that I earned it, and it's funny because even though I knew I'd calculated all my points and I felt like I was there was still that I just didn't believe it, And then I got that email, and yeah, it is a great feeling. All of y'all should feel that because it is such a great feeling. It is such a great feeling. Oops. Oh, I hate it when this happens. Hang on one second, y'all. I don't know why this pops up like that. Okay. Okay, so the next...
Now, what was that topic?
Ireland?
No, that you just talked about? What point or...
That was number 4. Don't wish for it, work for it.
Well, I was just going to say that I work all week to make someone else rich.
Right.
Why not work for me? And I think that's what this company is.
Right.
This company is... This is me.
Right.
I work this company for me and us.
That's right.
I'm not working this company for
somebody
my boss.
Else, right? To make the money.
I don't really have a boss.
Right.
This is my time and effort. Like I used to say before, I have plenty of time. I just don't have any money.
Right.
So this is making this. Me having time to do this is making me money.
Right. Exactly.
So.
And it will eventually get you out of that other job working for that boss.
And then people always talk about how they don't have time. It's hogwash.
It's hogwash, he says.
Because when me and you were dating, I always had time to see you.
Right, you did.
I don't know what I did before you. I was busy, I guess. But somehow I always found time to see you.
You did find time to see me.
We found time to spend time together.
That's right.
So these people that don't have time to do this, they don't want to have time to do this because they have time.
Well, they have to find time.
They can make the time somewhere to make this business successful.
Right, right.
And then they could stop with their other job and do this just for them.
Right, right.
This is what they need to do. They need to work this job.
I mean,
instead of making someone else rich, they need to work this job.
I love that
and
point.
Make themselves rich.
Right. Because it is hard when you have, especially if you have another job, if you have kids that are still young. I mean, all of those things are challenges. So you definitely have to carve out the time. And I look back now to when I was working my hotel job and the hours that I put in there.
Right.
I don't know how I did it.
Exactly.
I don't know how I did it. But
gosh,
I'm glad I did. I am so glad.
You worked hard doing both, where you're able to quit that,
Right.
and now you're able to kind
Well,
of
I saw
just concentrate on this, and it doesn't take 18 hours a day to do this right now.
right.
You can kind of relax a little bit and take a deep breath or something.
Now I can. I love it. I mean, if a
Yes.
friend calls and says, "Hey, you want to grab lunch?" I can
Right.
actually say, "Sure."
Right,
It's
exactly.
like I couldn't do that before, so yeah, I
And
love it.
And you've worked hard enough to build up clients, just local people that buy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're never really having to try to put in your money because you
Mm-hmm.
have people local that buy,
Right.
and your sales are over $1,000 a month every month.
Right.
So they just gotta work it and
Right.
get out there and make it happen.
And if one of the things, building relationships. We talked about this at my networking group this last week, and there was the lady that was our speaker was talking about how when you are in a job and you leave and go to another job, that stay in touch with those people that you had a relationship with, because there's a reason why you had that relationship with those people. And when I think about it, I've always, it doesn't matter which hotel I was working for, I maintained relationships as I continued to grow, and those relationships are helping me. They may not all be buying from me right now, but they're putting people in my path to help me with my business. So it's like you just keep building on all these relationships that you continue to make in your life in all these different areas. It could be church, it could be, past employers, past job people that you worked with, anybody. I mean, there's just some people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to get them to buy from you, but just continue that relationship, because you just never know where it will go.
Yep. They're going to like your page, their friends are going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know. And the other thing, and I'm sure y'all all do this, the other thing that I've noticed is I personally prefer to buy from small businesses. So whenever buy my clothes from girls that have these little boutiques or that, sell online. Y'all see, I buy cups from a lady that makes cups in her home. I mean, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm trying to support these small businesses, and then constantly thanking them, publicly, and telling other friends about them and saying, oh, I need to connect. So it's not just about my sales, but it's about connecting other people. It's, there's nothing in it for me except I want to connect these people, but yet it's, in the end, it helps all of us. So, be thinking about who else you can help when you meet people. Anyway, that's kind of a whole other topic. Sorry, y'all. I kind of got off on all that. Okay, wait, hang on. I got to go back. Tiffany Sprinkled Eve is in the house. Yes. Going to Rhonda's. Okay, wait. Never question. Okay, I got to go back. Jessica, I bet that is the best feeling. Yes. Never question it. Bagpipes. Oh, I love that. Bagpipes for her ringtone. Work it to earn it. Makes you harder for yourself. Exactly. Rachel Hollis has a video. Oh, good. Yes, please send it. All about priorities. That's right. You got to make the time. Yep, everybody's agreeing with you on that one. Yes, my new beach cup. And then she also made me a Boss Babes one, which that was very nice of her. But yeah, we just all kind of support each other, which is such a good feeling too. So anyway, I encourage everybody to do that. I'm sure you already do. Okay, her fifth one was help others with several plan options, which is the spreadsheet. You want to guide everybody to that spreadsheet, because once they take a look at it and they download it to their own computer and start putting in some numbers, they'll see that it works beautifully. It's a beautiful Excel spreadsheet. She's got the certain areas that are locked, so you can't mess those up. And then start a focus group for accountability to keep the dream alive. So that would really, I kind of go back to, everybody having an accountability partner, talking about, we need to make sure we're talking about it constantly for the next 7 months. We want to make sure that we don't, lose that excitement, because we get real excited about it when it first comes out, and then it's kind of like after a couple months we kind of stop talking about it as much, and we want to keep talking about it, keep the dream alive. Anyway, so I thought those were some really good points that she talked about that I thought I would just kind of reiterate. What did Rhonda say? Pink Zebra Income just bought me a car. Wow, see? Oh, I love that.
Wow.
I love that. That is so cool. Congratulations, Rhonda.
Months.
I know. I'm seeing some people that have joined just in the last, 6 months to a year that are doing some incredible things. So, saying that you have to have started a long time ago isn't the case. Anybody can get in here and make their mark with this business. And honestly, okay, we're in Houston. You would think that we would be saturated with consultants in this area. We are not. We have maybe a handful that work the business. A handful.
Yep.
In a city that has how many millions?
10, 12 million.
10 to 12 million population. A handful of Pink Zebra consultants. That's it. So our opportunities are huge. Yay, she sees the puppy. Sees her puppy. Okay, let's see. That was really all I had, and it is 6:43, so that was right about, actually it was a little longer even than I thought. So does anybody have any questions or anything that's going on that they want to talk about or share? Anything at all? I like how the light glares right in my eyes because Keith is bugging him to say hi. Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Everybody's going to say, hey, Keith now. That's awesome. Yeah, say hi to Keith for us. Yay. So anybody have anything at all? I know everybody does their own little trainings and all kinds of stuff like that, and I just think that's so awesome. Everybody's doing such a great job.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Rhonda is rocking it.
Yep.
Oh, in fact, Rhonda just promoted to executive consultant this week. Hello?
Yes, she did.
I forgot. Woohoo! Rhonda.
Way to go, Rhonda.
That's right. Setting goals and customer follow-up is the key.
Wow, awesome.
I love it. Follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. That's a huge thing. Follow-up is everything. All right, Lacey. It was good to see y'all on here. So, let's see. What was I going to... I don't know. Since we have some newer people on, if anyone is in Houston or the surrounding area, we do have... Oh, it's not for a couple weeks. So, we have a meeting here at our home September 12th. So, if you have anybody that joined that's in our area or anywhere near us in Houston, put us in touch with them, and they're welcome to come to our meeting.
Northwest Houston, Tomball area.
Yeah, that's where we live, but if they're willing to drive, we've got some wonderful consultants that are driving in from Wharton, which is pretty good ways.
And Goliad.
Goliad, that's right. Goals, and I follow up 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, then every 2 months after. That's perfect. Perfect. Did a meetup for lunch today and had 2 ladies come over and ask about my paisley bling. Love that. That's so cool. Yeah, it's all about the branding too. Forgot to mention that. We haven't talked about that in a while. That's probably something we could talk about again, is branding. Follow up, guys and gals, interact with people. 4 nurses asked for samples while at the hospital. Awesome. Yeah, I noticed that when I am either wearing a Pink Zebra shirt or carrying, in fact, I was at the mailbox and there was a lady, and she goes, I always see those pink and white boxes. What exactly, what is that? And I said, well, that's my business. It's Pink Zebra. And she goes, well, what's Pink Zebra? And so I was able to tell her a little bit, and I said to her, I'm going to be having an open house. I would love for you to come. So, we would love that. I didn't have a bash box on me, but it's because I was at the mailbox. But anyway, talk to everybody. You know, just be friendly and talk to everybody, and don't be afraid to, you know, just talk about what you do. It's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
I'm flying down January, February for a team meeting. Please do. Got my nails done today and left catalogs and samples. Excellent. Coming from Wisconsin just for meeting. Come on, Linda. Bring it. We'd love to have you. Come on down. That would be super fun. We enjoy our little home meetings. This last one was really good because it was really cool because we had, like, 4 consultants that kind of hadn't worked the business in a while that wanted to come back because they missed it so much, which that just makes my heart, you know, happy because it's really cool how so many people do, you know. It's like, you know, I really did love that Pink Zebra. I'm going to do that again. Why did I lose track of that?
Well, sometimes life gets in the way.
And then you forget. You just kind of like, it's...
They don't really understand what this can do for them.
Right.
They like going to work every morning and sitting in that office till 6 o'clock and then going home.
No.
Apparently
I don't think they like that. I think that...
They just don't get it.
I think people just get in a habit, into a routine, and you forget that you're capable of so much more than that.
Yes.
And it just, you know... You're worth it, right? You're worth it.
Exactly.
I need to figure out when the meeting is so I can book a flight, hotel, and car. I still a Cincy rep. She quit last week, but now the waiting game before she can sign up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Was it 6 months? 6 weeks?
Well, no. I think Cincy has something where they have to wait before they can join another company. I don't know if it's all direct sales or if it's just competing, but anyway. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I think everybody's starting to sign off. So, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. And anything going on, post it on Peeps or wherever. Oh, 90 days. Wow, that's a lot for a direct sales company to expect. But
and what happens if they don't? They get sued?
I don't
know. For what? Making money, trying to survive?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even imagine. Not in Texas. It's a right-to-work state. So, okay, you guys have a fabulous night. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you all for
We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye-bye. Oops. Wait. No. All streams recordings was shut down. No.